Okay, today we thank you, Bishop, that you can talk with us about your experience, because you have worked for the mission for years. Please give us your experience and share to us, especially for our church in Madagascar.
Okay, first and foremost, the Lutheran Church in Singapore is a very young church. Well, maybe not so young compared to others, but very young, I think, compared to yours. We are only about almost 60 years old. And I, even though I'm still alive, I'm the first Singaporeans to be ordained. So we were under the mission for quite some time. And then, and as for mission, we started to get involved in mission about 25 years ago. And at that time, one of the concerns is that we are a small church, we have limited money, and if we get involved in mission, will we have enough money for ourselves? And I remember at that time, one old missionary told us that the light that shines the brightest is very bright at home, or become brighter at home. And so they say that when the people learn to love others, you can be sure that they will love their own church. And if they respond to the needs of others far away, they will respond more to the needs at home. And he challenged us to step up by faith. So from that time onwards, we began to start in mission by first reaching out to the Thai workers in Singapore. Some years later, we sent our first missionary to Thailand. That was not me, that was Rickson Leong. He was the first missionary. I was the second missionary to Thailand. And now we have got Rosanna and Romans here. Some years later, God made it possible for us to do mission in Cambodia, in Mongolia, and in China. By the grace of God, we have planted 3 congregations with Livelihood Development Center in Cambodia, and we are doing regular teaching in mainland China, and we have established a church in Mongolia, and now they have got 3 congregations and 6 preaching places. So we did not realize at that time that when we first started out, we can get so involved in so many places. And when I look back, it blessed us more than I think we blessed the countries, because we learn so much from them and we grow so much as a result of partnershiping with them.
So this is really interesting. Did you have a lot of money when you started, or?
Well, when we first started, they were a bit worried that we are not able to pay the salary even of the missionary, because it's very expensive to send. But we were surprised, because there are members who always felt that the church should be faithful to God in the mandate to make disciples of nations. And when the church is not doing it, they were disappointed, and they will give to OMF, they give to Sudan Interior Mission, they give to Wycliffe. But when they see the church sending out missionaries, they were excited and they give generously, you know, to that. So that is one. Another thing here is, I remember that day I was talking to you about sometimes we think that, oh, we can send mission only when we have lots of money. And I was saying that do not underestimate what the little we have can do. And I told you the story of the 2 things that the church in the northeast, small little state of Mizoram in India did. And they were one of the poorest of state. The people had very little income, and so, but the basic diet of the people was the rice. So the church challenged the people to invite Jesus to join you in your daily meals. And so when they cook, they will take 1 handful of rice for each member of the family, for Papa, right? For Mama, for son, for daughter, and for Jesus they put in a pail that they set aside, and they have the words put there, for Jesus. So breakfast, they have one handful for Jesus. Lunch, they have one handful for Jesus. Dinner, they have one handful for Jesus. That church have almost 1 million. In fact, in that land, they have about 1 million population of Christian, but that church have about 500,000 Christian. So if you say one family have 5 people, so every morning they have 100 handful of rice, lunch 100 handful of rice, dinner 100 handful of rice. So every day about 300 handfuls of rice are collected. And they will bring it to the church, they put together, and the church sell this rice, and the money is used for mission. And of course, through the years, they were able to raise about $4 million as the mission budget of the church. And they did not forget their own people, commission to their own people. The people there, they live in the mountains, and so they do not use gas to cook, they use firewood. So the women, when they go out to collect firewood, and when they come back with the firewood, they will take a piece of wood or two, and they will put, as they enter the village, there's this little wooden shack, and they say, for the poor. And they put the wood there. So every family, they come back, they will put some wood there, and every day is collected, and they will sell it. And the money from that, they use for scholarship for poor students, and also food for the poor. So because of that, they were able to raise money to help the poor in their own country, and they're able to have money to support missionaries and to support mission, both in the country and out of the country. And I look at that and say, oh, wow, what an inspiration. And you know, you don't need to have lots of money to do mission, but if everybody have the heart for mission, and everybody can put aside something every day or every week, and we put together into the church, you know, the church can be empowered to do the mission that God has called them to do.
Okay, thank you for sharing. I think that it can help our church, and they will share it there. But if you still have something to say, please.
Well, when I was working in Thailand, there was one experience that touched me very deeply. You know, for a long time, I always felt very embarrassed if I have to preach or talk about giving. You know, I feel so shy to ask for money. And once I was pastor of 2 churches in Thailand, 300 kilometers apart. And in the middle, there is a village where there are a few Christians, and they said that, oh, we were not able to worship for a long time because the church is so far away, and very often we don't have money for transport. So I said, okay, I will stop by and we have a worship. So I went there, we stopped, we sing, I preach, and then I break bread and we have the Holy Communion. And then after that I have the blessing, and as I was going back, one old lady is saying, Pastor, why you did not give me a chance to express my thanks and love to God in a concrete way? So what did I not do? You did not give me a chance to make an offering to God. And I realized that offering, you know, we should move away from the thing that we need your money, please help the church, please. No, it is offering to God. And we are giving people an opportunity to make an offering to God. An opportunity for them to say, thank you, Jesus, or an opportunity to say, God, I love you. So we encourage them to give towards God's mission as an expression of their love and gratitude to God. So it's not a matter of how much money or how little money, but as you love Him, even to express, you find something to give. Even if it's a few cents, like the widow, the 2 copper coin is precious because that was what she was able to give to God's ministry or to God's work. But to her, is giving to God. Not to the temple, there's a lot of money, but to God, whom she loved, whom she was grateful to.
This is really makes sense. Thank you so much. We will see one of her one
Yeah.
day. Okay.
So because of that, I am not afraid to tell people that we have an opportunity for you to express your love to God. We have this project. We have that project. And so we are doing that, and I'm not shy to do it because it is giving them an opportunity to be part of what God is doing.
Thank you so much, and thanks be to God.
Thanks be to God.
Oh, I will translate it.
Yeah.